Greetings, my friends. Came across something pretty interesting online. This guy may be onto something. And apparently this is truncated from a much longer article, but this is the nuts and bolts, it appears, of what's going on. I'm going to tell you what this person wrote, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cents worth as well. He said that Jesus' birth, he believes, was in 5 BC. And on March 8th of 5 BC, there was a partial solar eclipse that was not visible from Israel. On March 23rd, a total lunar eclipse that was visible from Israel. September 1st, a partial solar eclipse that was not visible from Israel. September 15th, a total lunar eclipse that was visible from Israel. He's saying that the lunar eclipses are for signs for the Jews and that the solar eclipses are for signs for the Gentiles. And that makes sense because Jesus' birth, the Jews were getting the signs of these. Then Jesus' death in 33 AD. March 19th, of a total solar eclipse that was not visible from Israel. April 3rd, a partial lunar eclipse that was visible from Israel, which again lines up with the signs for Israel. September 12th, annular solar eclipse that was visible from Israel, and then September 27th, a partial lunar eclipse that was visible from Israel. And then when Jesus returned to earth, this is what he's saying on Jesus' return to earth. He's saying that the soonest the second coming can occur is 2030, about 3 months left, if you believe in a 7-year tribulation that precedes it. And I've been saying this all along. I agree with that wholeheartedly. He says, I prefer the year 2033 for Jesus' second coming as it's the second year of a tetrad, 2032 and 2033. This is not a prediction, he's saying, or date setting. Again, you're not date setting the rapture. This is second coming. You'll be able to tell when that's going to be exactly if you look at all the signs. Just a theoretical scenario based on astronomical data. Note, the nearest year beyond 2033 for the return of Jesus Christ with the qualifying criteria is 2062. So there's no way in the world we have that long until the millennium. So I agree with this as a general time frame. It's very possible. Again, no date setting, but I believe it's very possible. Now, this is what I'm saying. When Agenda 2030 is fully implemented, is it possible that Agenda 2030 will culminate when the Antichrist defiles the third temple in 2030, if that happens then? And then the last 3.5 years of tribulation occur with Jesus returning 3.5 years later in 2033, like this writer is saying he believes. The rapture can still happen any day, my friends, as many believe there may be a few years gap between the rapture and the start of the tribulation. I believe it's possible as well. Even if there isn't and it begins right away, it still means we're going home within the next couple of years at the very latest. That's my part. Now, this guy talks about Jesus' return, 2033. March 30th, a total solar eclipse not visible from Israel. April 14th, a total lunar eclipse will be visible from Israel. Again, that matches up with signs for the Jews. September 23rd, partial solar eclipse will not be visible from Israel. And October 8th, total lunar eclipse will not be visible from Israel. And he says, I believe Jesus will return on the Feast of Trumpets. And I've said all along, I believe that the second coming will be on the Feast of Trumpets. I've always said that. Not the rapture, second coming, because that's when the Jews will understand what Feast of Trumpets is, what that sign means. They'll know Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. It'll all match up. Remember, the Jews weren't promised a rapture. The Gentiles were. So I agree with this guy on a lot of things he's saying here. Feast of Trumpets will occur on September 23rd, which is the same date as Revelation 12 constellation that happened in 2017. Coincidence? It could be. Although the Feast of Trumpets will not occur on September 23rd again until 2071. Again, there's no way it's going to be that long. So this guy could be pinpointing something that could definitely happen. Now, my point. 2033 will also be exactly 2,000 years since Jesus' death and 2033 years since his birth. 2033 will be a perfect year for Jesus to return because of this. Also remember that God created the heavens and the universe in 6 days, 6,000 years. It was 2,000 years from Adam's creation to the flood, 2,000 years from the flood to Jesus' birth, and it'll be 2,000 years from his birth until 2033. Then God rested on the seventh day, which makes it 7,000 years, and the extra day, the seventh day, 1,000 years added. This is referring to Christ's millennial 1,000-year reign. My friends, very, very interesting stuff. Again, it makes you think. It makes you wonder. No one's saying for a fact it's happening, but it's very interesting stuff. Jesus Christ is our only hope. If you've never been saved, you're backslidden. Pray the prayer. Do the 6 steps in the box below the video. No one's guaranteed more time in your life. If you like prayer, contact me. I pray for you every day. I love you with all my heart. And look up True Christians. Our different growth now. We fly soon. May God bless you. Share this video. Help me get the word out. And understand the rapture is soon. Either way, we fly soon. Take care of yourselves. I love you. May God bless you. And share. Bye.